So I'm going to just give an overview of where we are now. So the red line you see on the left are the revenues, and they, for most of us, just dropped off a cliff. I see from all the specialties, the single one that's taken the biggest hit has been ophthalmology, followed very closely by ear, nose, and throat. So right early on with the shutdown, of course, there was anxiety. We didn't know what to do with this virus. Everyone was uncertain, and there was no income. And then as time went on, the next week or two, we started looking at personal protection. Our scientific knowledge increased about how to combat this virus and how to manage it. We were learning to adapt, and we started thinking about how may this look in the future. And right now, we're at a stage where we're adapting our organizations, we're thinking about implementing new offerings, and we're focusing on team members who support the changes. Because it's so much change, you now really need to have people on your team who are supportive of the changes. So there are quite a few options of how this can look. A very slow, steady increase, a slightly faster increase, or a very fast increase because you're looking after the backlog that then backs down again because of the economic change. And then finally, as Ikiru might tell you in a while, is there some places where it's even grown from before Corona. So the key thing is central to everything we do going forward is protecting people. And this is protecting our team primarily, and then protecting our patients. No one wants to come to our clinic and get COVID. So we want to protect people. And that's going to, the way this works is going to look different. So there are going to be new regulations. And some of these regulations are going to be from people who before didn't regulate us, like local authorities or the local hospital. So there's a new set of regulations. There are going to be new patient expectations. Patients aren't going to want to walk into a crowded waiting room. So we're going to have to socially distance and take care of that. There are going to be new staff concerns. Some of our staff who are working from home, they also need to be kept safe. So we need to consider how that works. And then I can't think there's any one of us who hasn't yet been involved in new partnerships. I mean, we're buying masks, we're buying gloves, we're buying sanitizing gel in different volumes to what we did before. So we have, sorry, the slide just won't progress. So what can we expect during this reopening? Well, the first thing we figured is that every clinic on the planet is going to say, we have the highest safety standards, we have the shortest visits, and we have the least number of visits. What we're trying to suggest today is that that is a hygiene factor. And what that means is that's not differentiation, that's a must. It goes without saying, we have to do that. But we want to encourage you to continue differentiating in the way you always did. The fact what made you special before needs to continue to make you special afterwards. So you can only think about your clinic's positioning in 3 different strategies. And the one is patient engagement, and that's going to look new. The next one is product leadership. And the next one is operational excellence. And anyone who's studied this in detail will tell you, you can't focus equally on all 3. You've got to focus on one strategy. If you're really competent, you try and balance a second strategy. And then of course you try and attempt the third one too, but you've got to focus on one thing. And if I look at the session coming up now on how may our practices look in the new normal, we've got the most amazing set of speakers.